All right. I think it's clear to see what we're here for. We're here for the bitches and the pimps. How about some cocaine? How about some cocaine spread across the breasts of the bitches, supplied by the pimps? What do you guys think? Look at this. Counter rotating. Boom. Boom. What is the point of that? I don't care. It looks cool as hell. Mmm. Mmm. Pimpsy. This is a badass device. I'm green check mark next to that fucking thing. Holy crap. Um, Besides the cocaine, the bitches, the pimps, who don't need to be here except to supply the cocaine and the bitches. So we need them actually. But let's forget about that. Hey, fuck that guy. Who's that guy? That is the Sony ZX2 Premium 4K taking fucked up 3 of my videos yesterday. Phone. Fuck that guy. Um, what you're going to notice if you compare these two items is that the sub bass on this is better than on this. So let's get right into this. If you've been distracted by pimps, cocaine, and other things, or you feel offended, fuck you. I don't know what to say. This is awesome. Getting back to this. Bass on this is more potent than it is on this. Let me go ahead and add that. Motherfucker. Boom. Boom. Okay. Now how about we go back to... No. Boom. Okay, bear with me. Save me. Save me. Okay. This little experiment started with... I guess that's where the pimp and hose and sexual stuff came from, because the first thing I really got into today was something that's not on my main DApps for some fucking reason, which is the Marvin Gaye, very best of. It's FLAC. It's a good file, and the song is dope. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background. No notable difference using this track between these two items, except maybe slightly more sense of bass on these than on these. That was about it. Want to be starting something. The audio cue at 127 to 132 was perceived on both of these. So wherever that is occurring, these are both playing it. So that's the clarity, resolution of both of these is exceptional. Went with another bass track, Loonies. I got 5 on it because I wanted to go back to the bass to see if it was just sub bass focused, or it was because there's a double hit on this. There's 2 hits. One is lower than the other going on in this one. These are both picking up, both of them. It sounds fuller on this, which is weird because this is a 7mm and I think this is 10. I'm not really sure. This is the smaller driver, but because it's maybe got the tubing going directly to the nozzle, the bass of this set sounds better. But it was on this track with the upper mix deck stuff where I started to notice that some of the stuff in the treble was clearer on these than it was on that. And this sounds really convenient, doesn't it? Oh, this is good at this and this is good at that. This is what really happened. Bass on everything I tried sounded better on this. Better, there was more sub bass, put it that way. And this channel was built on, I almost got 500 videos, man. This channel was, fuck that guy. This channel was built on bass tests and sub bass. It was what really moved the paper. Stuff from 60, 55, 45 hertz was where a lot of energy was transferred. This does better in that range. This has a longer bass shelf where it seems like it goes out further and longer. This is hitting earlier. if I were to pick one of the two bass, I would pick this, the HiFi boy, in bass. Now here's a track. Is this guy Canadian? Is he a maple syrup eating, polar bear riding Canadian? I don't know. I think he's from maybe the Great Lakes area because he did a Edmund Fitzgerald song, and that was like a Great Lakes ship that disappeared. Pretty sure he did that. That wasn't Jim Croce, right? Or they both did something close about that song, that event. I don't know. And I think one of the two used to pair up with Arlo Guthrie sometimes. A lot of mids, because a lot of guitar and male vocals and a lot going on. Sounded good on both, and it was not a reason to separate the two. Mids are usually where you're going to, hey man, don't forget about me. Well, we're talking about mids, which you forgot about. So this is what happens when you make something very beautiful, and the mids are not that great. It's inches away from being fucking spectacular, but it's the mids that won't let it be there. You're cool. Fuck that guy. 4K my ass. These both don't suffer from what that suffers, which would be the mids. Having an issue that's just a bit too much. He sounds properly positioned on both of these sets. It is the treble where we get into a difference maker. And I didn't put it on the playlist because I wanted to show you the album in the album section. That's a total lie. I actually just totally forgot. Scorpions come out and play. There we go. And the track was Still Loving You. And this is like a rock ballad where he's singing a good portion of the song by himself, and then the instruments come in slowly and softly, and then it comes to a crescendo where they start. The drum goes into a regular rhythm, dun dun tss, dun 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 tss, dun dun tss. And that cymbal hit on this was a tss, and on this it was a tss, like the crash of the cymbal, and the whole event, the whole sonic, the strike and the crash. If I was at the concert, I'd hear that. This, it was a little more isolated. Like I heard the strike of the cymbal, but it was very short. And there's no EQ or anything going on in this. And this sounded more natural. So this would have the better treble to me. It's not fatiguing though. This is not something that you're going to get and it's going to maybe make you feel tired. This is the bass nozzles on it right now. The treble sounded better. When I listened to that and then I started listening to other tracks, I noticed the stuff in the Marvin Gaye track seemed more, there were more syncopatic stuff going on up at the top with this that I had not noticed until this strike, and I started to OCD on the cymbal and noticed that it was a tss, and over here it was a tss. It's not like a cymballine thing. It just is the natural decay of a cymbal. If you've ever struck one yourself or been at a live concert, it doesn't sound like a short tap unless the guy grabs it with his hand. But that's not what happened with this one. But it sounded like the drummer hit it and held it. Have you ever, anybody a drummer that watches this? You can hit a hi-hat and then grab it and stop its resonating sound on purpose. You can do that. Sounds like the guy is doing it here, but same track, same moment. It's not happening here, so that's not what is occurring. It's a strike, and the cymbal decays in its natural way. So the treble performance would seem to be better here. Bass is clearly, sub bass is better on this. If there's a difference that is marked and clear, it would be the sub bass, and it would be better on the HiFi boy. Stage, can't pick out one or the other. They both sound really good. You know, like EX1000 wide, no, but not restricted, constrained, or in any way. The V80s, the T2s, those have limited stages, but they're fine. They're kind of intimate. These both have kind of wider stages. So which one would you pick? It would come down to really, really, if you needed every bit of detail in the treble, this would probably be better for you. If you don't need that and you don't have OCD, then you would go for these because they've got the better bass and they've got 2-pin. So that's another thing. If you've got MMCX, you would go for this. Plus, you can change filters on this. Although I don't, I just go with gold. This has got bore. It's got a stem with 2 bores in it. It's made in the way that is most appealing to me, with the tubes running directly from the driver. So it's absolutely fantastic. If these had maybe better BAs in it, this would be dead, or it would lose because this has the bass. The mids are a wash. These take the treble. I like information that's up in the treble. Everybody knows that. My EX1000 is my favorite. So, which would I pick? I wouldn't, unfortunately. And I'm good to say I like A and I don't like B. I actually like both of these a lot. I think they're both excellent. I think it comes down to what connection type you use. If you got a bunch of 2-pin cables, you spent ridiculously stupid money on 2-pin. Get these. They're awesome. The detail that you're not going to get that comes on these, you wouldn't know it unless somebody pointed out to you. You got to OCD this stuff. It's important that you guys understand this. I'm not listening to music like people normally do. I'm focusing on moments and trying to catch something that sounds different, and then going back and isolating what that was, and then that strike sounds different. And then go back, listen to it again. What is the difference? Well, it sounds like a psst on this. Switch it. Sounds like a tss on this. Same hit, same exact moment in time on the same exact track. That's how you figure it out. Most people don't listen to music like that. Switching stuff out of their ears, rewinding to the same spot. I did because I'm trying to compare 2 excellent IEMs, and I'm coming to the conclusion that they're both fantastic. Do you like the plastic better than the metal? These are slightly heavy. You would take these. Do you like the design with the tubes? You would take this. You want these are said to be bassy. I don't know. I'm using the gold tips, and I don't think so. And these are more bassy, clearly, especially sub bass. So this is my opinion, obviously. My channel, my world. Fuck that guy. Sorry, man. Fix your mids. Both of these are excellent. You can pick either one and win. Like the bass on these better. Doesn't affect the mids whatsoever. Total wash on the mids and the treble. If you're going to focus and get OCD and pick out certain sonic moments, this is going to win because and I can't say why. Quality of the BA, don't know. But I would never have thought about it or known it if I hadn't been A and Bing on a particular song at a particular moment. So, if I went into a store, which one would I buy? It depends on which song I was listening to. If I was in a quick hurry, I might actually grab these because of the visual appeal and the bass. Seriously. If I was listening to like rock and roll, Battle of Evermore stuff with little moments that I'm familiar that are up in the upper registry, I'd probably walk away with these. So it would literally depend on what music I was listening to when I was testing, which should always be the same, but we're not robots and variety is the spice of life. Depending on what playlist I was jamming that day would be determining which one I would buy. You would be doing okay if you got either one. DX120 is fucking badass, man. Let's do some counter rotation as we get out of the video and consider those bitches and pimps and the cocaine. Counter rotational. Bam. Oh. Ooh. What is the purpose of that? I don't know, but I need it in my life now. And I'm out of here. Fuck that guy. And I'm a Sony fanboy. Holy shit. Fix your mids, please. You're so close. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. I said this in a video like a month ago, and they make a fucking IM with that name. What the fuck? And I'm out 14 minutes. Fucking deal with it. And 10 of them could have been just taken out. 14-minute video, I could have taken 10 out. 10 minutes, 15 seconds now. As I'm speaking, I'm adding unnecessary data to this fucking video file. My channel. I'm sorry that there's no pimps, bitches, or cocaine in this video. Maybe another time.